Hey! I am casting something kind of fun this time. I have a new addiction. 1v1 Observer Xel'naga Caverns is quite possibly the best custom map ever made. It's basically kind of King of the Hill, where everyone else gets to spectate, but the map doesn't need to be remade. You just load right in the next game, and people can check if they want to play, and if they don't want to play, then they can just sit back and watch. So it's pretty sweet. I've been finding it's a very, very good practice. I'm trying to get my, I guess you could call it gaming endurance up a bit, because I typically play in very, short bursts, 3 games at a time. That kind of thing. So in this case, you can go on a win streak and play 10, 15 straight games without ever even reloading. So you can imagine how that kind of puts you at your limit. The downside is, it's a mixed bag. Sometimes you'll get a lot of master players, sometimes you'll get 2 or 3 master players, and then a bunch of bronze to gold players. So you never know what you're going to get. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast if I'm playing, and if I'm not playing, then I'll just cast the people who are playing. And I will be playing against Kami Spawn, who is random. So here goes. Ooh, lag. Oh, it's not me. That makes me happy. On the note of lag, they patched fraps words. They patched fraps so that now it doesn't quite lag up as badly when it's transitioning from one file to the next, because it saves in multiple files. And so that's very good. So I hopefully will be seeing less lag. And actually my build order is off because I'm talking. I'm doing 11 overpull here. These critters are like achievements, basically. You get more critters the more achievements you have. I find them annoying as hell, and actually I'm going to turn them off before next game, so that way they aren't in my way, because honestly they are freaking distracting. Every time I see them in my peripheral or something, I think I'm getting attacked. Some kind of SCV rush is coming in. Oh no, it's just an Ursadak rush. If I sound a little sleepy, it's 5 a.m. right now. I finally got over to the garage so that I could do a little casting and hang out with some friends, and they all went to sleep, so I decided to take advantage of the time. So that's why I'm not casting a ladder match, but I thought this would be kind of cool anyways. Oh, it's Protoss. So I will be going my +1 speedling build. It is so good on Xel'naga Caverns. I've been having so much success with it. And just kind of natural. You try and deny their natural. If they go for any one-base play, then you just you generally all-out crush it, especially something like a 4-gate, just because the timing that you hit for your speedling production is actually a bit earlier than a 4-gate. So that's kind of nifty. If you do the right kind of build, your +1 actually finishes before a 4-gate. Oh my god, stop lagging. We do not need lag in this game. Go away, creeps. The first thing I do when my queen spawns after inject is I just kick the crap out of all the creeps, because I hate them with a passion. This map's actually kind of cool. You can even bet on... That lag is so annoying. Whoever is lagging needs to leave. You can even bet on who do you think is going to win, and you get this little fake currency for it, so that's kind of cool. And actually the frame rate is a little lower than I would prefer, so I might restart this. Oh god, just stop lagging, seriously. I will stab you in the eye socket. Die! Ha! Man, that made a sad noise, actually. I kind of feel bad now. Oh god, just stop. For the love of monkeys. Okay, thank you. I don't mind if someone's lagging as long as they're kind enough to leave when they realize it's them. As much as I dislike laggers, I dislike people who lag and then stay in the game and say, too bad, screw you, hippie, even more. Oh, my frame rate bumped up to 60. I like that. That is much more acceptable. So, I'm starting my metabolic boost very quickly. And then depending on what I see... Oh, this is no good on his part. I'm going to get right through. Yeah, baby! I like it! I like it a lot! Gonna kill some probes. Gonna kill some probes. Gonna at least distract his zealot for a long time. Use up his APM, which I hope mine is higher. Killing a probe, killing a probe. Woo, got a probe. Yeah, baby. Oh, the stalker's up. Okay, well, now I just got to kill one more probe and hope for the best. Die, 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 die. Yeah! Ah, that was a quick stalker. Well, this is an experienced player, would be my guess, because he definitely got that stalker out fast, and he's going to probably try to harass. But joke's on him, because my metabolic boost is over half done, because this build is sexy. Oh, that is not sexy. Vulnerable overlord, not sexy. Bad rally point on me. Ooh, what is that? That's a gateway. Alright, that is good information. Now I'm putting drones back on gas, and I am lagging. That was what, that right there, that's when it switches over. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, baby. Show me everything. I love it. I love it, I love it. So, we have a 4-gate coming. And I should have counted as gas. I'm pretty sure it's a Korean 4-gate. 1 gas, 4-gate, whatever you want to call it. So, this is going to be the... oh, look at that. Oh, come on. Right under? Right under? Alright, so... this is going to be pretty violent, actually. Just because of the timing he's hitting. This is a very, very fast 4-gate. But he's walking into a little surround action, and that's going to be he did not expect that one bit. And I'll pull back here. Start up another. Oh yeah, this is good for me. This is very good for me. See, this build really does very, very well against the good old 4-gate. Oh, I'm even going to get some warping damage. So sexy! And make no mistake, he's very much all in right now, so this is not too bad on my part to just stay alive. If I can stay alive long enough for that +1 to finish, then he is in some deep trouble. Actually, I got a good surround there. I'm just going to let that roll. Even if it doesn't fully kill it off, I am perfectly happy with that. Why am I still mining gas? I pulled you, I thought. Apparently I only pulled one. Oh, I did kill it. Good. That's a little trick I like to use. When you get a good surround, there's no more micro really necessary. Double pylon. Double rainbow. We're going to love that video. And I love Tosh.0 for doing a thing on it. That was so cool. So he is kind of going one-trick pony on me. At this point, he's got to know he's done. You know, he's got to realize that it's time to transition. I mean, maybe he's doing something and I just don't realize it. I mean, this is the point I'm going to probably suicide just because he's been so committed to this, like a trooper. And it's honestly a bit concerning. Alright, my +1's done. Got enough minerals and gas, so I'm going to go ahead and start a layer and supply block myself like a pro. He is indeed still contained to one base. Yeah, this is why I'm going to scout and hope he doesn't kill this too terribly quickly, because he is transitioning and I want to know to what. In the meantime, I love doing this with this build. I'm going to go ahead and take the gold. Really make things work for me, because I have skipped a lot of drones. Notice I'm not really mining off that many drones. And so I need to make sure I keep my economic advantage. He is transitioning to charge lots, perhaps? He would not transition to blink stalkers with this many. Actually, there is nothing active on that. I am guessing there is some hidden... Oh, Dark Templar, High Templar, Dark Templar, High Templar. I am guessing High Templar. It could be either or, but I am going to prepare for the Dark Templar. And actually, let's get a little... That is definitely me that's doing that, because it does a little kind of recoil thing. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh well, it's a lot better than it was. Just gonna take a lot more configuration. Need circlings at key places. Too busy talking, too busy talking. So it's hard to do when you're sleepy. It's even harder to do when you're sleepy than it is to do when you're laddering and nervous. Okay, and I can drone up a bit. Oh, okay. Well, this is clearly a fairly solid player. That was a pretty nasty foregate. I just happen to be going to something that happens to be good against nasty foregates. Start an Overseer, get a little more vision. Oh, you are getting so greedy, sir. So greedy. This could be the end of the game if he is not walled, and he is not. Oh, yeah, that's game. Dark Templar it is, so let's go ahead and get my Overseer. What are you doing there? Alright. And I want actually a few Zerglings back here. Oh. He was hoping I didn't have that Spore up. Let's get you guys blocked off, because of patch 1.2 you can't go through. And that is going to be game. Oh no! Oh no! Don't kill it! Ah, click him! Click him! Alright. That is going to be game. They're probably thinking, oh my god, what the hell, map hacks? He made spores! No, that is not the map hacks. That is the instinct. That sounded kind of cocky, but I'm rather proud of my game instinct. I don't know why. It's just, for some reason, I'll randomly be like, it smells like Dark Templars, and sure enough, it's Dark Templars. Prepared to beat me. Well, that's confidence. I didn't even see what time it was. Although it's going to show a little later down in the actual game time because because of start. God, words are so hard to come by when you're sleepy. Oh, you know what I'm saying. Because of the time we spent picking teams. There we go. And I give the guy a compliment, and then he says it wasn't quick. I know it was delayed because I got in, but I was still... I was trying to be nice. Some people, I'll let you compliment them. I should be doubling right now, so I'm going to go ahead and do some doubling. Focus on doubling. What are you apologizing? Aww. That makes me sad. And that's why I did a sad face. Who's next? Okay. Why did you join the game if you didn't want to play? That's when you stay on spectator mode. The waiting! I can't take the waiting! Who is it and what are they? Zerg! ZVZ! ZVZ on Xel'naga is particularly volatile. I'll be going for a... oh god, I forgot to disable creeps. Oh well. Or, what are they called? What are they called? Critters. I'll be going for 14 gas, 13 pool banelings. Feels like a good idea. W up, W up. And let's W. Can usually make them stick pretty well on, Xel'naga. Other maps, unfortunately, it's a little more difficult. W next. And now I'm just missing y'all. Ooh, sneak in the Overlord and double. Yeah, double gum. Double your flavor. The problem is you get so distracted doubling that you don't quite spawn your units with the proper timing. Like you notice, one of my drones was about 15 minerals late. I think my Overlord was a tiny bit late. And that's a bit problematic, but oh well. It's kind of nice, though, because I don't spam, per se. Like, you know, what I'm doing here, it's useful. It's effective APM, because, see, the second this pops out... Come on! Droninated. Yeah. So, while that is technically spam, it is doing something. It is not just making boxes all over the screen. And next up on the menu is a pool. He is drone scouting me. Maybe even wanting to do an Evo chamber block, and I may have actually put that pool out too far. So I'm going to go ahead and start these early just to make sure he does not Evo chamber me. So by this point he's looking at me going, yeah. Ooh, that was a big one. By this point he's going, metabolic boost or banelings. Probably both, but could just be a speedling expand, you never know. But he'll find out soon enough. This Overlord can go forward now, since I just wanted it there to spot a drone. And I don't really like to drone scout ZVZ. I find that I generally go builds that are fairly resilient to... Oh, why didn't I not start my queen? Whoops. I tend to go builds that are fairly resilient to Zerg cheese. You know, 6 pool. I can generally just micro my drones around it and be just fine. So I'm not too terribly worried about anything a drone scout would have seen. Starting my Baneling nest immediately at 50 gas. This way it can be finished right about the point that Metabolic Boost is ready to roll. And I'm going to go ahead and send out 1 Zergling to scout. That way if it does get surrounded and killed, no harm, no foul. Nothing too spectacular was lost. I used to send out 2 so that I could do kind of like a little multi-pronged scout attempt. But I found oftentimes I'll be so occupied with whatever's going on in my base that then I'll just lose 2 Zerglings for the fun of it instead of, you know, actually doing anything cool like I planned on. So that's bad on me. I got to work on that some more. My larva pop is a bit late, so that's going to be a bummer. Usually I like my larva pop to be timed perfectly with the Baneling nest. What do you have? You have a Roach Warren? Ooh. I think I will actually hit pretty good timing here. It's going to be very close, but I think I can... Oh, I think I can lag is what I think I can do. This is going to be so close! Because he is morphing roaches right freaking now. And I'm going to go ahead and switch over to... Whoa, what are you guys doing there? Whoa, damn it. So let's get some +1 speedling going here. Actually, I might just try and bust this. I might just try and bust this right now. Let's see how this goes. Pretty well. I like it. Oh, too bad he made some Zerglings. I don't like that. Let's focus you down and get the frick-frack out. What the hell is a frick-frack? Alright, so what I'm prepping now is a nice little +1 timing push, since I epic failed with the Banelings. I'm going to keep the Zergling pressure up. I'm going to expand. Oh, this is so greedy by him. So greedy. I am so denying this expand. Yeah, he knows it too. He knows it. I really hope he doesn't transition into Banelings, because if he doesn't, oh, I might actually already have this locked down if I can nab this queen, which I can. A little surround on these roaches. I don't think I'm going to kill him outright. Yeah, time to back the hell out. Gotta stop censoring myself. I sound like a moron when I censor myself. Okay, so let's go ahead and start my own expand. He is starting plus attack, so this is good. This means that he is not planning on going Banelings. They typically do not start missile attack if they plan on going for a Baneling Roach response to your Speedlings. Now what's going to happen here is he's going to start my +1 missile attack. I have already started my +1 melee attack, so my timing is looking very good. Very good indeed. And I'll get a couple drones out, because I'm very behind on economy right now. I know that beyond a shadow of a doubt. Roach always can sneak in a few more drones than Speedling, just because of larva demands. But I don't want to sell myself too short on the Zerglings, because I need to hit this timing very closely. If I miss it, you know, let's say I attack and I don't quite capitalize, well then I'm SOL, because his missile will finish, and then he's two-shotting my lings. So I actually should have my Overlord up here to spot how many roaches there are, but that's okay. I don't think it will be enough, because I think he is droning right now. Typically, they like to do that. Alright, let's see what we can do. Oh, you are so droning. You are so droning. Oh, your roaches are self-destructing. Something like that. I think I meant imploding or something. Spontaneously combusting. Something a lot cooler sounding. I got this. Caught him both teching and droning. And now the rally is all it's gonna take. Yes, you are losing drones. Excellent, Smithers. And I am lagging. I cannot play ladder until that is fixed. I definitely cannot. Let's get another good attack here. I have the econ advantage. Get the queen. And that is game. He does not have enough economy for critical mass. He won't. I've got tempo at this point. Even if he had 5 more roaches spawning, I'd have tempo. No, I do not want to surrender. I'm waiting for him to surrender. So that is kind of my fallback when the banelings don't work. You've got a pretty good odds they're not going to go roach baneling. It's not a very common composition. They'll do baneling first and then transition into roach. But going roach first and then getting baneling is a bit redundant since they're expecting you to make a transition out of lings. And so, unless they scout that you're going for a +1 speedling, they're going to go ahead and just be perfectly happy with just getting +1 attack on their roaches. He was actually really good, though. I was really kind of happy with how he played. So I am looking forward to a rematch because next time he will expect my banelings even more, so I'm going to have to go something else. And damn it, I didn't get rid of the frickin' critters. I am so bad. Double, 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 double. Who wants to be doubled? You want to be doubled. Who else wants to be doubled? Oh, I hate that. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. You get them doubled, and then they switch over to something else. I'm going to go 11 overpool. I don't know what he is. And ooh, there's some lag, baby. Yeah. I don't know what he is. And 11 overpool can still hold its own in Zerg versus Zerg. It's not quite optimal, but that is okay.
We require more minerals.
So, since he's random, I figure that's a safe option. And after this game, I'm going to go ahead and quick reset the recording to resync my audio. So if it kind of stutters out for a second, that is why. Oh, I should have been watching my mini-map. I would have seen him, and then I would have known what race he is. He is Protoss again. I would put good money that he is not going to... Oh, yeah. I would put good money that he is not going to do another 4-gate, but I would not put good enough money on it that I will not keep it into consideration. So I will, if I can't get in with lings, I will probably go ahead and accelerate my Overlord Scout just a bit, just play the metagame a little bit, knowing that he does indeed have a pretty mean 4-gate, albeit the pylon positioning was a bit blatant. Alright, a second probe. I like seeing that. It's just not uncommon that I can kill the probe, although last time he was very safe with that probe. Pulled it out super duper early. We'll see if he does that again this game. And I like to extractor trick out a second batch of Zerglings. Seems like a good idea, seeing as that drone is already going to be going somewhere anyways. And OMG! Well, I will delay putting up my hatchery a bit for this action. Alright. Oh, God! The lag! You said you fixed it, Fraps! Why are you lying to me? So that, I think... I don't know what that was for. I mean... He scouted... Maybe that was before the... Maybe I killed the probe before he saw my pool go down. I don't know. I don't recall. That didn't seem like it had too much logic behind it, because I am in again and I killed the probe. Oh wow. Oh. I am going all speedlings for this. This is hot. This is too hot for TV. And I should be starting metabolic boost. Now when you forget your metabolic boost with this build, you can go ahead and just kind of switch over to just dropping a quick Evo chamber. And this pylon is going down. Oh my God! Do it! Do it! Do it! Yeah! Oh, I feel so cool. So cool. So, he was planning on a Forge Expand, and then he goes, oh my god, he's the same opener! That opener does really freaking well against Forge Expand. Or he was maybe just planning on some cannon action. So I'm going to kind of loop around these cannons and keep his... Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Micro you away. Bummer. That was actually a bad idea. This has been another good idea, bad idea. What was that from? That was from, Oh, that was not good. That was not good. That was from, what, Tiny Toons, I want to say? Or was it... Nah, this isn't worth it anymore. It's been a pretty good run, I gotta say. Oh, and I forgot even more. Gas. Pull off gas. I'm floating 140 gas that should be minerals right now because I was busy microing. But what happened is I forced a lot of cannons. I delayed his tech a little bit. He is in bad shape. I am feeling so cool right now. So, I'm going to break these rocks. I'm going to get outside his natural to see if he goes for any sort of cannon expand, which, given my last showing of aggression, he may not even bother with until he's got some tech going. And you are idle. How long have you been idle? Probably a very long time. And these are about to break, so let's get this going. I love taking the gold on this map, especially with this build, because it's like, what are you going to do? You got to tech first. I'll have creep out here for queens if you're going Void Rays. I'll have creep out here for spores if you're going Dark Templar. I've already seen you can't get Dark Templar in time to beat my creep spread. So it's kind of a situation where they got to go toe-to-toe with my Zerglings, and I feel wonderful about that. Or I get the gold up and all is well, and I supply block myself for a nice long time. That's a good option as well. So I'm going to put back on gas here because I would like to start my +1 Carapace. Since he is already forged, and I would put good money that he is starting his +1 attack, I want to spend as little time as possible in that window where he has an attack up on my Carapace. Laggy, laggy, laggy. Hefty, hefty. Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. Drones. How long on my +1? Okay. It is now time to go ahead and get ready to punish. And all the while I will scout. I like to see back there just in case I need to do any last minute backdoor attack. I like to know if it's available. So I keep one Zergling up there, and you can sometimes even, without even knowing it, you'll snipe a probe when he goes up to build. So that's cool too, because he'll put his probe up there, go do something else while the probe is moving, and plan on coming back to... What do we see? What do we see? Get the frick away. He is 4-gate again! Oh, this is so cool. Okay. So, Carapace, I am not waiting for Carapace. I don't want him getting these cannons up. So, this is another handy-dandy thing. I have a scout. Readily available. And there are no cannons going up. Okay, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I like it. It's going to give me more time to mass. He's got... what's the build time on cannons? 40 seconds? If he started them right now, he would have 40 seconds. So I'm going to give myself a little bit more time. And he does not realize I have the gold. Actually, that gold is undersaturated. You must take advantage of your gold. That is important. That's enough. And I am floating. Holy hell am I floating. Let's get an in-base hatchery. And more lag to transition. And actually, there's some processor settings I can do to help with that. Okay. Surroundinated! Get your force fields up. Get your force... Oh, he's not force fielding. Why is he not force... Oh, too late, sir. I was really hoping he was going to force field that, because that would make for a lot better game. He could have force fielded it, and he probably would have lost everything. He's not matched my upgrade yet. And I may just Baneman bust this at this point, even if he force fields it. The first time, I am feeling pretty confident about Baneling busting this. Why are you guys moving over there? What did I do? surround you. Oh, he does have +1 attack. Okay, well that's good at least. Let's see how brute force is looking. Through cannons. Oh, he is open. Okay, I won't banling bust. Wow, look at that float. 1,300 minerals. I guess that's what you take. That's what you get when you take the gold and you haven't made an in-base hatchery. I have a hard time compensating for the gold. I've started this play where I take the gold virtually every game as my third, and it's weird. It's very weird. I have a lot more minerals than I expect to, and once I get comfortable with that timing, I think I'll actually, because I let my inject slide just a little bit in favor of micro, and this was a choice. I mean, I can do it. I mean, sometimes I get so distracted I outright forget it, but yeah, I'm kind of curious about that myself. What was I saying? Oh, when I take the gold, I gotta remember I might even want to get 2 hatcheries, 2 in-base hatcheries, instead of just 1. Could be good. I let frickin'... I hate you, critters. I hate you with a passion. He is just fucking around. He's just... Well, I said it. I can't exactly take it back. Sorry, guys. I kind of don't like it when people say that. I mean, I understand. I am playing this for practice, too, so I could say the exact same thing. I could be like, oh, I'm just screwing around. But it's just... it's like... You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm hypersensitive about bad manners, but I feel like by saying that, you're trying to take away from the accomplishment the other player has just attained in winning the game. It's like, oh, I was just screwing around. I could have beaten you. And, you know, that's kind of what they're insinuating. It's, oh, well, I could have just raffle stomped you.
We require more minerals.
I don't know. If he is Masters, I mean, that last game didn't look like a Masters level game. But at the same time, if he's Masters, even if he's screwing around, he's not screwing around with the concept of not using force fields, I hope. That doesn't seem too experimental. And so the lack of force fields kind of seemed very gold, platinum. But I don't want to trash talk my opponent. That is BM of my own. So. Spam, spam, spam! For this part, you can just hold down the button. I suppose I've talked about that before. Oh, my throat's getting dry. Gotta drink some water before the next round. As you can see, this is a freaking marathon, and I love it. It's so fun, because you just wear yourself out. With just game after game after game. It is so awesome. And eventually I'm going to get... I've had this happen so many times when I play 1v1-ups. I'll go like 15-0. And eventually people will start saying, what? You only know how to make speedlings? You only know that one build? And the truth of it is, I only want to use this build because people are not showing me a response to this build. It just destroys Protoss. Anyone who's having trouble with Protoss, which there's a good many of you out there, give this a try. It is so just win sauce. I love it. It is treating me so well. So you owe it to yourself to give it a try. I mean, if you're 3,000 Masters, you know, granted, you are higher ranked than me, but please give it a try. Just try it. Maybe you'll improve on my, you know, ideas, you know? It seems like the way to handle the matchup right now. It really does. What am I doing with this queen? Well, the answer is I'm doing nothing with this queen. Good, he's not chrono boosting out a stalker because he technically could have sniped that. And I'm going to go for the quick +1 this game. I really feel that's going to be my best bet. And this is kind of a fun little catch-22. Actually, he started that super late. He's going to have the chrono boost. And actually... Oh, nice. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That is clever. Clever, clever, clever. But I'm going to get some more damage on that because I love damaging a gateway and then lagging. Clever, clever, clever on his part with that probe. I'm rather excited about that. And the probe is back, so I'm going to back away. And hopefully the probe will be gone in a second. Nope, stalker's there. And let's pull the gas, and I get myself so distracted with this stuff, especially when I'm talking, and I'm making a whiny voice. Oh, let's select the hatchery for it. That's a good plan. And this game has, I want to say, 13 or 14 people. It was a pretty close to a full house. I don't know if I actually started casting when it was still showing the game list or not, so figured I'd say. So there's a lot of people spectating, and that's part of why I like this. Performance anxiety is a big issue of mine that I need to get sorted out before I get too hardcore into the public tournaments. Because if I end up on some big screen with friggin' a couple thousand people around the world watching and a couple hundred people watching on site, well, I'm gonna freak out. Probably, I don't know, do something insane. I have no idea what I would do. Maybe just piss myself. Seems like a good plan when you're freaking out, man. And I always want to get that in-base hatchery, and from here, I'm just waiting to see what I can see. Oh, Roboplay, Roboplay, yeah. Makes me very happy. What I'm going to do is get a couple spores up for Scout Denial. I am so willing to be liberal with the spores. I don't mind losing a couple drones to typically kill a observer, but at the very least I'm denying scouting of my tech. I can put tech back here, and more than likely he's not going to get too terribly sneaky finding his way around to scope what I've got. And look at that, there was already an observer right there, right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do the good old natural denial. I've got my upgrade. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Small price to pay to deny scouting, if I say so myself. So I think I'll probably just do the good old take the gold. And I'm really hoping he's going to go Colossus here, because there's been some chatter with people saying, oh no, Zerglings cannot handle Colossus. You are freaking crazy. Believe it or not, because Colossus are unit walkers, actually, is the biggest reason. You can handle Colossus pretty well with Zerglings. You know, now obviously you're going to have to isolate them, but you can indeed. You're going to have to make sure they're not standing on top of other units, and you can do that in some interesting ways. Talking too much, floating too much as well. They go hand in hand. Let's go ahead and get back on gas. I will need to transition eventually. And it's an immortal push. Well, that makes me really sad, because honestly, this isn't going to show too much of a challenge. Watch, I get my ass kicked by it. Yep, he is there. Okay, good. Oh, yes, perfect time to lag. Yeah, see, this is what typically happens. Is there +1 with it? I can't click him fast enough. Thank you. I can just barely see that before it disappears. And what are you doing, Sir Drone? What are you doing? Okay, so... Ooh, look at that, he's warping in. So much greed. And this is a problem that a lot of Protoss seem to have. They seem to think, oh, my aggression did not work. What will fix that? More units. Not always. So if you're Protoss watching, make sure to know when to cut your losses, and also make sure to know when to stop floating. I'm actually going to double expand and get an in-base hatchery, because this is just ugly on my part. So sorry I'm showing you guys bad play, but between sleepy and casting and any other excuses I can come up with to save face, I am floating pretty hard like a noob. So, some of that's just the build. Zerglings are very hard to spend resources on, no matter how many in-base hatcheries you have. There we go! That's looking a little better. I do not want that to get force-fielded, but that probably cut off. Oh, there was no way. Do I want to brute force that? I kind of could. He's going for charge lot, perhaps? Oh, I am going to show... Oh, you guys have seen this before. You've seen some of my stuff. Well, I am going to go ahead and show a response that I like versus charge slots. Let's expand again. Why not? At the very least, it's another hatchery. So I'm going to need 2 lag. Lag. And then I'm going to need a Baneling's Nest. And yes, I am going to Baneling drop the Protoss player because Banelings are good against Protoss. People just don't know it yet. Ooh. Why are you guys there? That must have been a bad rally. My creep spread even is not so good. Not so good at all by my standards. I don't know what that creep tumor up top was for. Are you making a Nexus? Are you making a... No, you're not. Okay. You're pushing? You're pushing? Why, sir? See, this is what I'm talking about. Watch this. Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God! And honestly, top-level player wouldn't have let it get so far out of position. But that's the kind of thing you can have happen against Colossus. You take advantage of their own unit walking. And then all your Zerglings, you get like 30 Zerglings stacking up under him. And it's just the coolest thing ever, as you saw. It's like, the Colossus died in what? A second and a half, tops? Ooh, that probe doesn't look like it wants to stay there for long. I know because I'm killing it. Why am I clicking that? Well, because I'm bad at those hotkeys. Oh, yes. Good enough. That's going to be game. Injection action. And actually, my creep spread is bad enough. That's going to hurt me. But, oh well. This game is already spent. Wow, way to saturate your gold, Josh. Very nice. Very nice. So, you guys are seeing the same build over and over and over again. And, why? Well, I guess I'm kind of giving it away if if any potential MLG participants are watching right now. Well, stop watching. I am practicing this for MLG because I think that this kind of build is going to do very well for me. It's nice and rogue. Yeah, you queens, get your asses over there. Nice and slow-like. I honestly think this build is very, very counter to the metagame. A lot of expand-based builds lately. It's pretty much either expand or all-in. It's never something balanced between that where they show a little pressure and then expand. And this build does pretty well against all those. Actually, the only thing I have... Well, okay. The only thing I sort of... I'm discontinuing, and... There we go. Any delay that I had in my audio, in my mic audio, is fixed now. The only thing that really gives me any trouble... Woohoo, Terran! Mixing it up. Is if they go for any sort of quick void raise. But... Critters! Oh, God, critters. But I have so much minerals coming in, and I have so many hatcheries. Typically, I have my gold by that point, unless it's like a, dedicated one-base Phoenix Rush. Either way, I'm very comfortable with my queen play, and so I just transition into mass queen, which is kind of my other favorite build. So, oh god, the doubles are not sticking well at all. Oh, that one didn't even stick. If anyone knows the trick to getting those to stick, let me know. I have some games where they all stick perfectly, and then other games where it happens just like this, and not a single one sticks, and my Overlord should be moving. Interesting little thing about Zerg versus Terran. You want your Overlord right about here. If they know scouting patterns, they're going to intercept with a Marine right here and snipe that Overlord. So what I like to do with the 11 Overpool, since I get my Lings out a bit quicker, wait for it here, and then when my Lings pop, start it moving. And then if they do try to intercept the Overlord, I will have Lings there ready for them. So unless they went a very quick 2 racks, I will have enough Lings to go ahead and deal with that first Marine or 2. 4 Lings can take care of 2 Marines without much problem. So that's the most you're going to see, unless it was a cut SCV's 2 racks kind of thing. Hello, Mr. SCV. How are you today? Welcome to my home. Oh yes, I am completely insane. They say after 24 hours of sleep, you are legally insane, and I am getting very close to that. So, haha! Watch my transition into insanity. I actually started out the night playing some more Dead Space, and you are proxying. You are proxying. You are proxying. Where are you, you little bitch? Oh, I made an extra. You're not proxying. Okay. I made an extra drone. Bad on me. I really like to have 4 lings for this, but in this case, oh well. Good. No block. I don't know, maybe he wanted to proxy? I don't know. Maybe he was just hiding it down there for some extra scouting. I swear I saw him run back in, so let's take another look. See what we can see. No. And yes, that was Gilligan's Island, if anyone is curious. I love me some Gilligan's Island. Actually, I think that was Gilligan's Island. I'm pretty sure that was Gilligan's Island. I don't know. My Overlord is late. Okay. I'm going to stop talking for a second while I compose myself, because I am making a mess of this. Just sit right back and hear a tale of a very fateful trip. 7 island castaways aboard a tiny ship. That's all I know. No phone, no lights, no motor cars. See, that's the wrong part. Otherwise, I would know it. Not a single luxury. Like Robinson Crusoe, it's as primitive as can be. Die, critter! Die. There we go. As primitive as can be. Starting my metabolic boost late is really, really bad. That's what gets you stranded on an island, starting metabolic boost late. Gilligan started his metabolic boost too late. Let it be known. Ooh. Sure. I really need a Overlord Scout. I really do. I really, really do. I kind of want to lose because I want to cast some other people. I want to practice my casting, but I'm not gonna deliberately lose if I can keep going on a streak, because these win streaks always feel super epic. I wonder how many of these guys are master. I don't know. Doesn't feel like too terribly many. That one said he was master, and then one other, I can't remember his name. He played pretty well. The Zergy. The Zergy was very good. He was definitely at least high diamond. I hath been scanned. Hell hath no fury like a Terran scan. Because he's pissed off he spent 300 minerals worth of mule mining. Oh, this is looking proxy. This is looking proxy. Okay, good, it's not. I got scared there for a second. Starport? Starport? What do you mean, Starport? Are you saying that I am floating 500 minerals because I didn't start my in-base hatchery? Yes, you are. Okay, so the Starport with a tech lab is telling me that I should go ahead and get a few extra queens. Either it's going to be drop play, and I'm going layer extremely late, so drop play will make me want some queens to kill the medevacs, or it's banshees, and I'm going to, here in a little bit, not quite yet because I don't need them yet, I'm going to, here in a little bit, get some spores for the banshees. Alright, finally spent. I had to spam a few overlords to do it, but I am spent. And taking this gold is super, super greedy, given that he may have banshees coming. I'm staying one base. I don't like it. I don't like it. If he has banshees coming, I will not have spores out in time. I did not get my creep spread started soon enough, and so I cannot be such a creature of habit that I screw myself in the asshole by making the gold when it's unnecessary. Versus Terran, you do need to transition out of the speedlings relatively quickly. Wow, why are you still alive? Oh, I think that's a different one. That definitely has to be a different one, because the other one had 3 zerglings on it. No way it got away. Alright, it's time for the spores to go up, just in case. Yep, he is scanning to check if I have spores, and he's going to see them going up, so that's kind of a bummer for me, but I don't want to take the risk of him getting in here and making a mess of things. He still has not expanded, so I'm not feeling too bad. I do need to get some overlords across the map. I am perfectly happy with a drop killing an overlord instead of getting into my base undefended. So that is just fine with me. Let's start my Baneling Nest. There still could be maybe a tank push coming with medevac support. That's also a possibility, but what I have here is pretty good against that. +1 Lang is pretty hardcore against the siege tanks. And that is going to be the extent of my queens. I don't want to make too many just in case he is not going drop play or Banshee. What were you? What were you? What were you? A Viking? Arrgh! I hate it when people know how to use Vikings. Or know to use Vikings. He hasn't necessarily shown he knows how yet, but I'm going to assume he knows how. So that's why I need to pull back my overlords, and I'm actually going to have to get speed here pretty quick so that I don't lose too terribly many. Still no expand. Okay. This is the part I'm thinking, is he sneaking and expand? Is he? Is the question. Start some carapace. Well, I'm wondering, because this isn't really the best use of a Viking. Oh, yeah! Clutch creep tumor. There it is, there it is, there it is. Get your ass over there, queen. Oh, God, oh, God. Oh, I should have waited. I should have waited. Damn. Damn. So, against drop play, let's go ahead and get the mutiling going. And since I know it is indeed drop play, I can go ahead and take this. And with this float, sure. Let's go ahead and get another in-base hatch. Why do I play so in-base hatch? Well, so in-base hatch heavy. Well, that would be the in-base hatch rule. Many of you have probably already heard about the in-base hatch rule. Because I allow my macro to slip from time to time, which is a sign that I am not a pro. I get distracted and I let my macro slip. But I like to think of it as I focus on my micro. And I probably will keep some of that to a degree for the entirety of my StarCraft career, because I like to focus on micro. What was I saying? Oh, the in-base hatch rule. Do you have over 1,000 minerals? It is time for an in-base hatch. And technically, if I was following the in-base hatch rule, I would be making a total of 3 hatcheries. But I made an in-base hatch and 2 expansions. So I'm going to go ahead and call those 2 expansions my in-base hatcheries. And here goes... Oh, supply blocked. Since I have so much floating, I can afford to make quite a few overlords for my next spawn cycle, which will have a lot of speedlings. No. Yes. Maybe. Rest in peace, Spore. Or not Spore, but Creep. Oh, he's got blue, but that's okay, because I can get a good surround. Maybe I cannot. I should have approached that from a different angle. But I'll still get all of them, it looks like. Good. Not a single luxury. Robins. What? I put a creep tumor there, you stupid queen! Stupid bitchy queen! Gilligan, the skipper to a millionaire and his wife. So, this game is feeling all but mine. Why? Well, he's going for harass-based play, but I'm not so sure he's comfortable with it. He hasn't really capitalized on much of anything. The Hellions, in fact, were attacking a building. Any Terrans out there? Hellions do not damage buildings too terribly well. Although I hear that Blizzard is going to be patching in 1.3. They've determined that Terran is not strong enough, and buildings will be made too light so that Hellions, Blue Flame Hellions, can one-shot hatcheries. So keep that in mind as you develop your strategies. The metagame will be changing because Blue Flame Hellions will be one-shotting hatcheries soon. Okay? Okay. God, I can't wait till someone takes me seriously. It's going to be great. They are going to be trolled so hard. Although I can't talk about it after the fact. Otherwise, it's never going to happen. So let it be known. The next time, I'm just going to let people get trolled. It's their fault for being SMRT. At this point, I kind of feel like I'm dragging this on. So, another spawn of mutas, another spawn of speedlings. I might as well cap, and I have not scouted in a while. I have not even started Overlord speed because I'm so busy talking about stupid, stupid things. he is just starting to turtle up his natural. And I should be harassing, but I'm not, because I'm baddie. Injectified. There you are. I was wondering where you guys went. Spawn a few banelings here in a second, because I like banelings, banelings, banelings. Oh! Yeah, no turrets. This is going to be GG pretty quick. And I might as well morph a few banelings while this is going on. Sure. 97 banelings. I don't think that's correct. Or he's just, yeah, gonna put out. Let's see if I can make a few fireworks before I... Baby, you're a firework! Yeah, I'm sorry for singing that. My buddy Chris, who you've probably heard on another cast, he got me hooked on singing that in the most annoying fashion possible, because that's the most annoying song possible. Let's group you guys up a bit. Wait for the mutas. So we sing it as annoying as possible, and the entire freaking land center just goes nuts. They are so pissed. Oh, I fat-fingered my hatcheries. Don't do this when you have 7 freaking hatcheries. Make that 6 freaking hatcheries. Do not fat-finger your hatcheries. We GG'd already. No, I do not want to surrender. Because then you end up trying to spawn Zerglings from your banelings. This is going to be a long, long video. I better stop it before it gets too long to upload. I'd like to upload it in one big chunk. I think I have 20 gigs to work with. Oh, 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 go away, go away, go away! Actually, I think I could have clicked that all along. Alright, this might be my last one. I'm so sleepy. As you could tell from my macro last game, that was terrible. So an hour and 16 minutes game time. That is, we're probably at what, 45 to 50 minutes recording time. An hour seems pretty good. I doubt anyone has the patience to watch much longer. Ooh, getting dizzy. Getting dizzy. I've developed a addiction to Mountain Dew Whiteout. Stuff is so good. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that makes me sad. That is the danger of mineral doubling. You accidentally double-click your drones. Any minuscule mineral gain you would have gained from the doubling is now nullified from pulling all your drones off the mineral line. Spectacular. I know what I'll do. I'm going to sit out in the next one and just cast one last game, because I feel like casting other people playing. And see, that is when you know you're spamming a little too much. See, that what I was doing there, I was doing that thing. But I shouldn't be, because I'm going overpull. And that's how you know your spam has gotten a little out of control. That was actually detrimental to my play. So if you catch yourself doing that when it's not necessary... I don't know why I put the exclamation point before ahoy. When you catch yourself doing that and it's not for a reason, if you subscribe to my mentality that spam makes you bad at StarCraft, that's when you know your spam is getting out of control and may be actually hurting your effective APM. So I do it some more. And actually, we've lost a lot of players. I might not have anyone to cast. Sorry! If that's the case, I won't be making another game. Or joining another game. It's too much hassle to cast one game. Eat drone, bitch! Aww. You best be canceling. You best be canceling. Don't let it finish. It's not gonna get anywhere. Okay, good. So again, people have heard me talk about this before. When they do a block, no harm, no foul. Oh, that is quick. Oh, that is quick. This is going to snipe my Overlord. I am so glad I have these Zerglings out. I'm going to make a couple more. I like to Overlord Scout because it gets that little glimpse right there before my Zerglings get there. But it's situations like this where they're chrono boosting a Stalker, and actually I don't think he has a Zealot, so I could pull some shenanigans. Oh, it was a Zealot. Oh, well, I like you then. What is he doing? I guess that was Scout. I need to start Metabolic. I need to start Evo Chamber.
We require more minerals.
Oh yes, I remember this. Okay, I'm not going to play any more games with him because last time I lost Zerglings. I don't like losing Zerglings. I really don't. And that is what? Mighty Mouse? Mighty Mouse. Man, I am bringing in the old school. Friggin' 60s TV. Why did I pull you guys back? You guys need to be checking for any sort of aggression. Well, I guess you guys can do that job too. Whatever. And with where I went +1 first instead of pulling, I don't even know if I've done that variety this cast. I have another variety where I pull drones for a little bit to get my huh? What are you guys doing? Man, I'm definitely sleepy. Pull my drones for a little bit to power drone for a bit, since there's that little tiny window where nothing's really coming your way after you've got metabolic boost. They're not going to do any stalker play or anything. What was I saying? Oh, so I like to get my drones out a little quicker than this variety does, but it's not too big of a difference. Okay. It's not too big of a difference if, like what I just did there, you lose track of your gas and have to go ahead and do the quicker melee attack. In fact, the quicker melee attack is virtually unkillable by 4-gate. The melee attack finishes almost when the 4-gate moves out. Unless it's a really, really quick Korean 4-gate, and even then, you're in pretty good shape. So you notice I tend to float up to 400 or 500 and then spawn all at once. That is a bad habit I've developed lately. It's letting my... Ooh, did I see distortion? Did I see distortion? Yes, okay. Get back! Oh god, why wasn't I even watching my Overlord? Oh dear god, I forgot I even Overlord scouted. Alright, so we are seeing the same thing. The difference is he's now skipping the Immortal in favor of a straight Colossus. I believe. I believe that love is the answer. Wow. What was that? Boys to Men, I want to say? I'm busting it out tonight. I don't know. That might not have been Boys to Men. No. Who was that? Damn it. Who was that? Whoever remembers who that is, you guys get a cookie. A virtual cookie. Oh! Oh, God. That was like a frickin' Slayer's Boxer Banshee. Getting away with like 2 health. So we are seeing a 1-base Colossus. I haven't seen this since, God, a month or so after release. Bam! Bam! Sporecrawler just ate him for dinner. Wow. Alright then. I apologize for the low quality of my play here. Floating 1200. I'm not expanding in the right timing. And given that there are Colossus coming, I may actually get some... Ho! That Zergling is gonna be a critical player. I'm glad I saved him. Seeing as there's Colossus coming, I'm thinking I'm gonna spam out a few Queens. I really like Queens versus Colossus. Especially because I'm gonna see if I can just stay tier 1. Give myself a little extra challenge. I'm not trying to be cocky here, but I know from last game that I was able to handle 2 Colossus. 2 Colossus, okay. I was able to handle things pretty well. And actually, I think I'm going to let him wear down this hatchery. It's going to be within cancel timing. I'm going to let him wear down the hatchery. And that way I'm going to have a bit more going on here with the flank. Technically a flank comes from the sides, I believe, but that's okay.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Rally, and he feels like he's ahead, I hope. He is indeed moving. Good. Hopes if I can actually control it. Here we go, here we go! Oh, yes, oh, yes! Get under there, you bitches! Oh, yeah! Oh, so good! Oh, nom 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 nom! So that is what I'm talking about. Now, those top level guys, those really, really high level guys, they know not to allow that to happen. They know not to leave their Colossus stranded. So you're not going to see that as much. You're going to see them force fielding it. And, oh yeah, there's only 3 players. I'm going to remove myself and see if anyone plays. Or they'll force field under it, you know, that kind of thing. So they're not going to allow that to happen as much. I have caught Masters players like that before. But, you know, they're not going to allow that to happen as much. But that was 3 Colossus. 3 Colossus. And they pretty much just got hard countered by +1 lings. So... so, you know, there's a critical mass. I would say it's 4 or 3 if they're managed very, very well. It also depends on upgrades. But, you know, this was pretty much one build 7 games in a row. So I hope people maybe got something from this. You know, the competition wasn't always up to par for a master level build order. But, you know, I think there's something to it. So give it a try, guys. If you want the opening, it was 11 over pool 18 hatchery. What was I saying? Oh, 11 over pool 18 hatchery. And then extractor at 16 supply. That's going to free up a little supply so that you can start a queen and a zergling immediately when pool pops. And then extractor trick when your next larva comes out to spawn another zerglings. And then that drone will move on to go ahead and drop hatchery. And the timing hits nicely so that if there's any pylon block, as you saw, it's easily dealt with. And you are deliberately supply blocking here. So immediately when you hit 100 minerals, grab that Overlord because you're trying to avoid larva cap. That's what's so cool about this build. 11 over pool 18 hatchery and 18 hatchery. This is not my build. I cannot remember his name. I am so sorry, the guy who came up with this build. I am such a douche for not remembering your name. But this is not my own build, so I need to say that. I'm just the one, I guess, who applied it to this lings. I guess this lings thing I can say is my thing. But anyways, so you immediately want to start your next Overlord. And then there's the 2 deviations you can go with. You can either go up to 200 gas and start your metabolic boost at 100 gas, then start your Evo chamber right about at that point. And by the time your Evo chamber is done, you should have another 100 gas to start melee attack. And this is so that you can defend against 4 gates, you know, even Korean 4 gate. You just got to buy a little bit of time, maybe about 15 to 20 seconds. Or you can pull drones off gas and save minerals, continue droning through that, and once you're at 300 minerals, drop a macro hatch, and then right when that macro hatch starts, put drones back on gas for another 100 gas. What else? The only thing to be wary of for this build is Protoss going mass charge lots with a few sentries for force fields with +1 attack. If they do that, you're going to want to try to match their attack with Carabas as soon as possible. But as you saw, there was that one situation where he had +1 attack and I had +1 attack, and I did pretty well still. Zealots hit a hard point that gives them a 33% bonus to attack because they killed Zerglings in 2 shots instead of 3. Whereas Zerglings are getting +1 attack on a base 5, which is a 20% damage increase. So it's still pretty reasonable. You're only 13% damage down. So +1 attack versus +1 attack is still not bad, but when charge comes into play, then the Zealots start to get a little counteraction going, as they should be. It's just a bit wonky that +1 attack Speedlings just happen to counter Zealots, as you saw from this replay. Okay, ramble, but I figured I should make something kind of teachable out of this, so I hope people were able to gather something from that. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Time for me to get some sleep.